Welcome back, my friends, to Ultimate Skyrim Season 2. This is episode 14. Thank you for joining me here today. In the last episode, we had just finished our journey to Whiterun. Oh, hello. And that was a big one for us. I think it's a big character moment for Rathan. I think it's kind of an interesting thing for him to see Whiterun because it's this fabled location, right? Where anyone who's read about Skyrim at all knows about Whiterun and about how it's the heart of trade for the province. I think the only city that comes close to its kind of mercantilism is Solitude, but even that doesn't match Whiterun in terms of pure commerce. And because of that, I'm thinking that this will be a really good opportunity for us to upgrade our gear and just generally apply some of the resources that we've been gathering thus far in a way that will be beneficial to us. So I'm thinking maybe some new weapons, probably a light shield to hide behind. Oh man. Look at this bustling metropolis, right? Oh my gosh, listen to that thunder as well. This is definitely... Do I have my light on right now? No, I do not. This is big for Rathan. I was thinking a lot in between the episodes about kind of where his head is at. And as we know, the big impetus for this journey was for him to get acclimated with the province of Skyrim, to just test his mettle and fire himself through the crucible and just build his skills so that he has a chance of taking on the Thalmor and accomplishing that goal that he thinks he needs to do of, you know, revenge and whatnot. I don't know. I like to think that he doesn't... It's like Rathan's smart, right? He's educated, he's worldly, sort of, now. Maybe more worldly than some. He's young, and he's also struggling at the moment. And so I think that he's smart enough to try and intellectualize his revenge hunt as something noble and something that, you know, deserves to be done and something righteous. But deep down, I don't know if the justification is quite as impersonal as that. You know what I mean? I think that it is more of a revenge scheme if you dig deep enough down, like, you know, that if he manages to do this, then somehow the guilt that he feels at being unable to save his family will be assuaged. Maybe that's what he needs right now just to keep him going, but something tells me it's not going to work out quite as cleanly for our boy Rathan. Anyway.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Belethor, I have some goods for you from our adventure. I'm going to move through here. Well, so anyway, the reason I mention that is because I think that Rathan will also see arriving here in Whiterun as an opportunity to maybe acquire some martial work, maybe continue in the line that he started back in Windhelm with trying to clean up the local township, right? Clear it out of undesirables and so on as a means of gaining strength. And also I think Rathan has a weird fixation on killing someone now, to be honest with you. Not like he in like a compulsion kind of way, but I don't know. I think it's this fixation now because he feels like he was unable to do it before. Death has been such a strong presence in everything that's happened in the past year, not only with his family, but with all of what he's experienced here in Skyrim as well. And I think he thinks that to accomplish this revenge scheme of his, or whatever he wants to call it, he knows he's going to have to take a life sooner or later. And he's watched Stenvar do it, and I'm sure they've had weird conversations or I don't know, conversations about what it's actually like. And so I think that Rathan is definitely going in that direction. All right, well, looking at all this, we have some stuff here. Were these the bugged pockets and the bugged leather box pouch? I think from all of this, we can sell these off. Essentially what we want to do right now is get as much pocket cash as we can, selling things that we don't really need. And we're going to use that pocket cash to fuel our upgrades, right? All right, now I'm holding on to a few more Blue Mountain flowers, not just because they're tokens of Sophie's, or from Sophie, rather, but because we can use those to create healing poultices, which is going to be very useful for us. Nirnroot, all of these, rock warblers, snowberries. I'm also going to hold on to just a couple of those in case we need to make some extract for some cold weather, although honestly, we can get rid of them. It's not... Oh, you know what? Honestly, I am going to get rid of them because they're going for a lot here. I said that in the last one, too, that the snowberries would be worth more as we moved into holds farther away from the north, in the northeast specifically. Now, it's basic economics, right? We know Rathan knows that. Take something that is in high supply somewhere and bring it to somewhere where the supply is low, and you get to leverage higher demand as well. You can have this. These I'm going to hold on to. And here we go. No, stolen with that name. That works fine. Animal bones. These are actually worth more to us as bone fragments, I'd say, just because they sell for so little. We don't need 4 empty bottles. We can hold on to 1. This could be nice to study, so I'm actually going to hold on to it for, you know, to increase our, what's it called, magical skills. Flawless garnet, these things I want to hold on to, paper roll. We need some thread, and then we can build out a research journal. That should be a priority for us. Tinder wood, wooden plate, and the wooden torch. I'm going to convert those as well into tinder. All right, thank you, Bellathor. It's nice to make your acquaintance. I'm sure we'll have a nice relationship with you selling stuff. Let me check here. For my... Oh, that's the wrong thing. Bellathor, please shut up. I'm tired after a long journey to get here. Okay, we're gonna make these bone fragments. And let's see here. I'm looking for... There we go, some kindling. And then also this wooden plate. And wooden flutes are actually interesting. They're a bit overpowered as of right now because you don't need to purchase a recipe, and they're decent for making money with just wood. So if you're on Hotfix 2, you can still utilize that. It'll likely change in 4.1.0. Anyway. Okay, I want to take a look at my raw damage here for Imperial Sword, 61 and 50, so that's not great. Even that's not great either. You know what, before we go to make our own stuff, I was thinking that that could be the best way to do this, since it will also give us smithing experience, but if he's got anything good... No, virtually nothing. Okay, that's no problem. Well, how many bolts do I have?
A bit of this and a bit of that.
Can always make more myself. I don't have that many, a grand total of like 12. And he's got none, so that works out. Yeah, thanks, Bellathor.
I assure you, I'm...
All right, well, so to recap, our plans are to upgrade, to maybe grab some work, to better acclimate ourselves to this region, and also to fire on that hope of Rathan's to get stronger martially. And that's going to be kind of what we concern ourselves with. We're going to make our way over towards the cave that's supposed to have Carjo's amulet and see what we might be up against there. And hopefully we'll get to do that at the same time that we execute some of these other goals as well, so we can kind of make our time work for us. Speaking of, let's go ahead and check the missives board. Deliver letter to Riften. Raw rabbit leg. That might be worth it. Collect soul gem, commons, graders, and petties. We can always take these contracts and just be on the lookout. I don't know how many we're going to need. This one might be a bit tougher, so I'm going to hold off on that. Deliver potion to Riverwood. Sure, why not? And deliver weapon to Rorikstead. This one most definitely, because we are headed that way. Gather giant lichen. I don't know where we're going to find that, but maybe. Hunt fugitive and hunt thief in Eastmarch. I'm definitely not going back in that direction. The Rift. I don't want to go that way either. Alright, that's fine for now. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. Beware the butcher, yada yada yada. Running out of supplies at Rorikstead. Nice. Let's just go ahead and track all those quests really fast. Gather some of these. Adrian Avenici, Arcadius Potion. These and these. So 9, 3, and 10 raw rabbit legs. It's not so bad. Cool. And I believe the smith down here on the left is going to have some stuff that I need.
Already been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get lost.
Oh.
We'll be back. This is not over.
Are these the Alakir that we encountered before, or different ones?
We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We will pay good money for information.
Who are you looking for?
A
My
woman,
fellow
a foreigner
Alakir.
in these lands. Redguard, like us. She's likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun. So we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything.
Why are you looking for this person?
It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away.
Who are you looking for?
We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city.
Now this is obviously intriguing to our boy,
She cannot hide from us forever.
because he's from Hammerfell, and why would someone be fleeing Hammerfell as a fugitive, much less a Redguard woman? Right? So that's interesting. Stenvar, hey, I didn't know you had any crafting skills in you, my friend. Let's take a quick visit to War Maidens. Now what we're going to do now is talk to the merchants here and see what sort of weapons and ammo and whatnot they have. Really, we're looking for anything that can beat our damage output of, what was it, 60, I believe the Imperial Sword was, which is not a whole lot. Especially not if we're going to pick up a light shield, which I can't remember if I mentioned wanting to do that, but I think it would be smart as we get used to our father's dual-wield sword fighting style. Maybe one day we can get at that, but as one of our commenters said, I think Rathan's a little too ambitious at the moment trying to fight like that, like his father. He was only just learning, right? Okay. Whoops. That's my bad.
Welcome to War Maidens. Now don't let the name worry you. We got plenty of steel for fighting men.
Oh yeah, I never actually noticed that before. What have you got for sale, my friend? Okay, now. You have some bolts. They are pricey. I can make them for less, so I'm gonna do that. Now, let's sort by swords. What do you have for me? That's a short sword. Obviously, the reach is not quite as great as what we have now, but the damage certainly is. It's not very expensive. That is a viable option. I'm not a huge fan of short swords, though. Silver longsword. Now, this would be great to have. However, it's expensive. That's going to be a huge portion of our budget. It might actually be cheaper to make our own. It's got good damage. It's got good reach. Long swords are nice. I like them a lot. I think they're a well-balanced weapon. Swords are also fine. This one is a lot less expensive, but it also does less damage, and the reach is less. Might be a little bit faster, that I can't remember. Let's see here.
Good doing business with you. You look like someone who knows how to wield a weapon. Well, you've come to the right place.
We could also opt for something like a mace. These are heavy. It's a lot slower. I think, though, you know, Rathan's a sword singer, just like the rest of his Hammerfell brothers and sisters, so I think he's most comfortable with a sword in his hands. That's how I'm going to imagine this. Now, as for armor, what do we have going here? Iron, light shield, red and white worms. That's pretty cool. Huh. I don't know exactly what that sigil is, but maybe we can make it our own, right? Leather boots resist frost. These are all nice. Why don't I go ahead and buy this? Just because I like it. How about that? Rathan likes it, so he bought it. Now, unfortunately, we don't see... There's no silver ingots here. That's unfortunate if I wanted to make the silver. Oh, you know what? I can't make silver stuff yet anyway. What am I talking about?
We've got arms and
Alright, now in the meantime, why don't we check and see what we can make? And I'm going to organize this by, I guess, type. I wish I could do damage as well. Let's go down to swords. Whoa, why can I make glass weapons?
You look like
Oh,
someone
I
who
can't.
knows how to
Duh.
make
It's just because the crafting recipes
place.
aren't in place yet. Well, oops. We can look through the rest of these. I can't make orcish. I can make iron. Maybe some ancient Nordic stuff. That's pretty cool. Except for I can't make that either. I can make an ancient Nordic short sword. Oh, these are the honed items. That's why. It's not even really better than what we have, though. So that's problematic. What else do we got? I got some war axes. Really nothing all that great that we can make that's that much better than what we have now. A steel longsword. This would be. Why don't... Because I like long swords and because I'm trying to save up money, why don't we do this? Why don't I just grab... How much are 3 steel ingots?
Everything you
Ulfberth.
see here was made with skill and care by my wife, Adrienne.
Awesome. You don't do any of the smithing yourself? I guess that's why it's war maidens. Kind of nice to see a, you know, like a woman-led smith. They're so typically men-led, I suppose. Men-operated. He seems like such a supportive husband, too. He's like, look at all this beautiful stuff that my wife made. Okay. How about your ingots? Do I have any ingots? I don't. Fun. I know you got still... Wow, you got 3 specifically. Is it worth it? So we're talking 86 gold versus how much were you selling that dwarven short sword for? Well, fuck it. It'll give us experience for speech and for crafting. And then we get a longsword as well. Thanks, Ulfberth. I'm going to go outside and use your forge if that's all right. And then I think our plan is to buy out a room in the inn for an extended portion of time. Also, it just occurred to me I might be doing commerce right now when my character is all dirty and nasty and gross. So that was probably a misstep on my part. Or maybe a lesson that Raythan will learn. Maybe Senvar pulls him aside after this and says, hey man, you know, people don't really like interacting with you as much when you smell like shit. Oh, shooting star. Oh my god. I imagine Stenvar learned that from experience as well. What a beautiful crystal clear night. Almost enough to choke Raythan up for a moment. Imagining, oh, if someone's out there watching him, maybe from a different plane of existence. Maybe death isn't the end, right? Death is quickly becoming a weird obsession, especially after the ritual stone and everything that happened in the last episode. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to use my crafting ledger. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know this, the crafting ledger allows you to... Oh, is that even better than what I have? Armor 61. Let me check. I hope not. Armor 59. Oh no. Well, I probably needed to use the... What's it called? The steel ingots to make that. Maybe not. Let's try that again. What I was going to say is that the crafting ledger allows you to scan all stations nearby, as you can see in this corner. Now, what was that going to use? It does use steel ingots, so it's probably better that we didn't purchase them. Alright, what do we got? We are looking for a sword, and I'm getting that steel longsword right here, baby. Nice. Now, if only I had a steel ingot to temper it with, but that's okay. We will hold on for now. And I'm going to take that bad boy. I'm going to favorite it. And I suppose now we can sell off our... Well, maybe our iron sword. We'll put the Imperial sword in as a backup, right? And I think... Oh man, look how the streets clear out at night. Let's have this here chicken. Hello. Cutie. Excuse me. Ooh. This must be the inn up here. Man, just such a trip to be here. And we're getting a little hungry, so that's perfect timing. And what can we do here? We're going to grab a room. I think I'm going to do an extended stay. So we got 3 days running. That way we can leave some of our backup gear for our various adventures here in Whiterun Hold. And if things go poorly and we lose items or something of that nature, then we will have backup items. God, I would really... Oh man, it is packed in here. Yikes, that person just walked right over the fire. Excuse... Oh! Oh no, please don't. Oh god. Well, that is a Redguard woman if I've ever seen one. Well, let's do this first.
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthal. Mages in a burial crypt. No good can come of that.
Yep, doesn't sound good to me, Hulda. How long will I stay? I'll stay 3 days. Thank you. Now that should actually be... Let's see if it charges me. Okay, that's the right amount of gold.
When his ugly red head rolled around on the floor. Thank you, good patrons of the
My
Planet
God.
Bear. Thank you.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Thank you very much, Hulda. Appreciate it. I'll close that door. And where is our... There we go. This dresser. All ours. Now, we're going to put this in there. This one I'm going to sell. Iron woodcutter's axe. Do we need that right now?
Is quite the songbird. Maybe he's the reason you're here all the time.
Maybe not. Alright, here we're going to go... Oh, I could sell that. Forgot elven boots. And we got a... Let's see, leather bracers, and I'm going to see if I can put these on. I don't know what was happening before. Linen Dunmer tunic. I like bringing that around with us. Oh, I can't remember if I mentioned this too. I might be repeating myself, but I want to get something enchanted so we have a better magicka regen stat, or even a larger magicka pool would be nice. Depending on how much the enchantment costs, that might be worth it. Okay. Well, as far as these I want to hold on to. I need to give some to Stenvar as well. You might want to see if the... what were these again? Chest is in the upper level. Oh, that was the note that we found in the sewers. I wish I knew what an outfall was. I'm going to hold on to this because it seems valuable. Whoops, wrong button. Oh my god. Can I store it, please? I thought... Is there a way to... There's got to be a way to store it. I know that there is. It just keeps opening over and over. Come on. Well, here. Now my... What the hell? Very strange. Can I... Oh, shift is equip mode. Yeah, it's like it got stuck there. Okay, this also we're going to leave for now. That's the report that shows us where all of the stuff is at, the skill trainers. This I'm going to leave. I guess the hide lace I don't really need at the moment, or the leather, or the strips, or the pelt.
I can't, not tonight. I need to go home.
Ooh.
I swear my father is starting to suspect something.
Scandalous.
Running wild. Nobody knows how we feel about each other.
Dude, you're talking about it
My
super
father went
loud.
on, and the answer's still no. But tomorrow...
I'm gonna hold on to this wood.
definitely.
Nice. Alright, and then the other bit. Let's try out these leather pockets. We got left front, right side. We need left back, and then, I guess, right back? Oh, no. What can I do? This... confusing. Left front, maybe if I drop this one. This one's messed up. This is like a bugged... Oops. Leather box pouch. I don't quite understand why. But I think to unbug them, you have to pick them up again. Here we go. Or maybe not. Honestly, I can't really remember how it works, and I don't really feel like messing with it at the moment. Leather box pouch, leather pockets. And these are supposed to be the same. Maybe it's bugged still because of my... Oh, it's because I'm on the old version. Oh, well. Well, what are you going to do, right? Alright, we'll leave that stuff in the dresser at the very least. Have that, and then that. And this is very valuable. I don't know if we should leave it in here. I'm afraid someone's going to steal it, but I also don't want to take it around with us for the same reason, right? This I can sell. Oh no, whoops. My bad. Alright, sweet. So I think we're pretty set on adventuring equipment, right? Why don't we go downstairs? And oops, I zoomed in. That tripped me out for a second. And I want to talk to that Redguard woman just to see what's going on. Excuse me, sir, you mind if I use this cooking spit? Thank you. I can cook some wolf meat. Delicious. Great. I'm gonna eat some of that, and then we'll see about this Miss Lady. Have a drink of water. What a homey little spot we found here.
From the Bard's College.
Alright, where did she go? Is that her?
But I will.
I think it is.
I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Oh, John.
Excuse me. Oh.
You know you have to go.
Excuse me.
Why Mara put you on this-
God. Thank you, Stenvar. No one else will get out of my way. Read monthly events.
Forget about me the moment
Harvest
I'm out
End
of sight.
27th.
Get yourself a nice old rich
What
husband.
day is it? Oh, tomorrow's the festival, too. Perfect timing.
You've uncovered my last.
Did you know some Alakir warriors are looking for a Redguard woman?
Are you sure? Oh no. They found me? I need your help. Please, come with me. I need to speak to you privately.
Okay.
Quickly, come with me.
You might want to keep your voice down, jeez. Speak with Sadia or go to Rorikstead, a town on the western edge. Oops, sorry. Whiterun, hold and inform the Alakir of Sadia's location. I think I'm going to hear her out at the very least. Forge numbers, business ledger. You right there? Is this... What's wrong? Is this where you wanted to go?
Please, we need to speak in private.
Okay.
Quickly, come with me.
Okay. I think she's trying to get past, but this guy won't let her by. Come on. Sadia, you can very easily fit through there. Oh my god. Maybe if I get this guy out of here. Thank you, Scott. Oh, nope, there she goes. She eventually teleported. Where are we going? Seems serious. So dark.
So, are you working?
Whoa,
with them?
whoa, hey,
You
hey,
think
hey.
You can take me? You so much as touch me and you're going to lose fingers. I mean it. I'll cut you in half. So the Alakir know where I am? What do they offer you? Gold? How many more of them are coming?
They just asked me to find it, put that down before you get hurt. Oh, I think Rathan's gonna be... he's gonna... middle of the road here.
You can't tell them. Please, I need your help and there isn't anyone I can trust here in the city.
Maybe. What do you want?
I am not the person that the people of Whiterun think I am. My real name is Eamon. I am a noble of House Suda in Hammerfell.
What?
The men who are looking for me, the Alakir, they are assassins in the employ of the Aldmeri Dominion.
Oh god.
They wish to
Evidently she
exchange
trusts
my
that guy.
wealth for gold. I need you to
So
root them
dark.
out and drive them away before they find me and drag me back to
They're
Hammerfell
agents of the
for
Aldmeri
execution.
Dominion. Oh man, this is a real personal quest. I'm sure some of you imagined we were gonna find our way here.
They're
And we did.
mercenaries, only in it for the money. They're led by a man named Kamatu. Get rid of him, and the rest will scatter. I don't dare show my face, lest they recognize me. So you'll have to find out where they are.
Any suggestions as to how I find them?
I heard one of them was just arrested trying to sneak into the city. If he's locked up in the jail, perhaps you can get it out of him. Please, I know I'm asking you to do something difficult, maybe even dangerous. I just don't know who else I can trust.
Okay. Why haven't you gone to the guards for help? Why are the Alakir after you?
I don't know for sure. I spoke out against the Aldmeri Dominion publicly. I suspect that's why these men were hired to hunt me down.
that seems tricky. Why haven't you gone to the guards for help?
You think I'd be in hiding if this was something I trusted town guards to handle? These men are ruthless, cunning, deceitful. They'll pay off whoever they can. I can't trust anyone here in Whiterun. Guards and Jarls can be bought. And the Alakir are close. I'm running out of time, so I'm choosing to trust you.
Whoa. Whoa, what's happening here? Whoa. Hello?
Find me the
What the
moment
hell?
the Alakir are taken care of.
Jeez, excuse me. Jeez.
Any news of the Alakir?
Unfortunately not,
Find me
Sadia.
the moment the Alakir are taken care of.
Alright. Well, this is tricky because on the one hand, it just seems strange that she'd come all this way and go undercover if clandestine agents were the ones after her, right? Like, if she's a noble of House Suda, it makes more sense to stick around. But it's semi-plausible because, as we know, I mean, like, Rathan's family was betrayed twice over, first his father and then his mother, by agents who had infiltrated their power structures in Hammerfell. So it's not entirely unreasonable, just tricky. Anyway, that's all for the morning. Oh, by the way, Hulda.
I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fella who wrote that cookbook?
Do you have any work? We got for sale. Learn more about magic. I'd like a refill of water. Am I missing it here? Huh. Don't see it. Well,
Need anything else? Just let me know.
sure, I plan on buying some meals from you in the morning. But in the meantime, time to have a nice rest in our bed. Close that door. And then in the morning, we're headed up to Dragon's Reach. Let's see, 12, 10, 9. There we go. In the morning, we're headed up to Dragon's Reach. We're going to see if we can talk to that prisoner that Sadia mentioned. And we're also going to see if there's any work. Oh, yeah, I want to see. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I thought was going to happen. All right. Well, let's do this. I'm going to drink. Wow, we got all kinds of skill ups here. Drink some of this. And eat some of that. And let's level up, shall we? Okay, now I'm thinking, now we still have such a tiny magica pool, but I just can't afford to put stuff into it yet, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with health. Nice, and now what do we put this perk into? We already have this destruction perk. We can dual cast now, that's pretty cool. Maybe alteration? That would be nice. Dual cast novice alteration spells. We're gonna need these in order to even have a shot at casting these spells for now. So I'm gonna go with novice alteration. Nice. Your own research has yielded new arcane formulae. Choose up to 2. Oh, I get both. Sweet. All right. Welp. Have it for now. And just in case, I'm going to go ahead and make a save in case we run into issues like we did last time. I've noticed that my save menu takes like 9 years to load up because I think I have saves all the way dating back to like Hilfred in my folder. Should probably clear them out. It's all suddenly obvious to you. You just have to concentrate. All the energy and time you've wasted, it's a sin. But without the experience you gained, taking risks, taking responsibility for failure, how could you have understood? It's true. So Rathan's starting to make waves. He's starting to feel a little bit stronger. I mean, he's still racked with guilt, I'm sure. But he is actually able to do something. I mean, he made the trek from here to, or from Windhelm to here, rather. Oh, excuse me, drunk ass.
Mead tastes like water.
Well, yeah, clearly it's not doing the job for you, I'm sure. Whoa. That was a little strange. Hey, guy. Oh.
If it's
She must not have
working,
liked this smell.
how about chopping up some wood for the fires?
I'm good.
Take
Thank
a
you,
look.
Hulda. Oh, and we also wanted to go to Dragon's Reach to see what the viability of those enchantments were. Rathan is gonna get a... This is pretty good and pretty cheap. Let's go value. I'm looking for the cheap stuff. Mammoth cheese bowl. Gross. I think that saber cat meal is gonna be the way to go. Salty saber stew. Oh, here we go. That's the stuff. Can I get some more of that, please? Thank you very much. And what other stuff do you have here? Have you got anything? Oh, health regenerates faster. Potato bread. That, well, I don't know what our health regen is now, but it's pretty shit. Well, whatever. We can buy a little bit. Maybe just one. We can try it out, right? See how we like it. Is there anything for magicka? Oh, this was pretty good too. Whatever, we'll worry about that later. Thanks, Hulda. Much appreciated.
Need anything else?
And
Just let me know.
actually, what I'm going to go ahead and grab before we leave is... Oh, I should have taken a bath. I'm not... Where's my head at, right? Here. We'll even do our soap. What do you mean there's not enough water to bathe? It totally is. Oh, well, maybe it doesn't recognize it or something? I don't know. I'll have to see about that later. So I'm going to take these elven boots. I want to get those enchanted. And that's it for now. Thank you, Hulda. Thank you, everyone. It was such a wonderful night's sleep. Stenvar, let's go. Let's get on out of here. God, this entire episode practically is going to be Whiterun. That's okay. Sometimes that's just how it goes in an adventurer's life, you know? It's not always action and insanity. There's plenty of moments of downtime. In fact, probably more moments of downtime in between. You gotta take care of business, you know? Gotta do all the administrative tasks and prepare yourself. Before we go, we gotta collect all of our jobs as well. Let me just go ahead and double check to see everyone that needs collecting. I know Arcadia needed something, Adrienne needed something, and I think that's good. Let me double check just by popping up my journal. Collect. Alright, that's the only two. And that'll give us a chance to pick up some potions as well. Also, my god. Beautiful morning.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
Thanks, Arnoriath. You should put on a shirt, my friend. It's cold. Well, maybe not so much. It is Whiterun. Oh, god. Beautiful. Hello, all. Excuse me? Oh, you look like you got some Dunmer goods here, my friend. You have for sale, Daneil.
Take a look.
Oh, man. Look at all of that. Beautiful. Netch leather. Gross. But also cool. Well, nothing for now, my friend, but appreciate it. Hello. Oh, man. Ooh. That's right, the companions encounter. Well, maybe once we take care of the rest of our errands here, we will pay them a visit and see what sort of opportunities present themselves here. Or there, rather. Oh, man. As he walks up the stairs, I know that Rathan is experiencing a certain degree of awe, seeing the infamous Dragon's Reach, and of course, the beautiful view of the Throat of the World, and even the view of Whiterun here. Can you believe it, Stenvar? Oh, I think Stenvar is pretty enamored as well. You and me, man, walking in. Good day. Please don't mind me. Oops, I did not mean to pull out my crossbow. That's my bad for sure. All right. Why don't we introduce ourselves to the local court? I think we're far enough away now from any of the Thalmor agents. Well, hopefully. I mean, I don't know. Rathan just seems at this point like an adventurer, right? He can even just stick to his cover story. He was a sailor who became landlocked in Windhelm and eventually decided that Windhelm was not the place for him, which is not a lie. It doesn't exactly say why, but that's not anyone else's business, right? And he decided to come south to explore the rest of Skyrim and to acclimate himself to the rest of its climbs and to explore and secretly to eventually undermine the elven presence, or the elven, really, the elven structure completely.
I serve Jarl Balgruff as steward.
Do you have any work for me, Preventus?
The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits.
Exactly the type of work that I'm looking for.
Details.
All right. Valtheim Towers. Well, we know that area well. And I think Raythan's sweating a little bit when faced with that.
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Now there's the Jarl. It wouldn't make sense for us to speak with him now. We don't really have any reason to. But we do have need of the court wizards, so infamous here in Skyrim, and this guy looks like he might be one.
Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
I did not, actually. I am just looking to...
Of course.
Get something enchanted, please. Alright, well, can you please... This mage hood as well, but then I don't want to take off my helmet. Alright, well, let's see what he can do for us. Enchanting. Oh, dang it. Hold on, I have to fix this really fast. Enchantment Soul Gem. Fortify... Do we not... Seems like that enchantment. I was wondering what enchantment... I'm not super clear on enchantments and like which ones are compatible and whatnot. This would be pretty cool too, to be honest with you. But we're going to need a soul gem. What we're also going to need is to tick a certain setting, which is the... This bug has been fixed, but I'm running what is now an old version of Ultimate Skyrim because I can't really upgrade it mid-save, you know what I mean? Honed metal, that's what I'm looking for. Skill-based smithing. That's tricky. We'll have to untick that for now, and then re-speak with our man. Let's pretend that we're going into his little side room over here because it's uncomfortable to do business in the middle of the hall, so to speak. Hey, guy.
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Can I? Do you have any soul gems that I can purchase? Those are expensive. Yikes. Well, I think we're gonna hold off there. So I'm not gonna get that enchantment yet, but if we find some soul gems, then we'll kind of be in business, right? Let's just see what he's got, like what he can do for us with those boots. Let me go Elven boots, thank you. Oh, he's still 15. God, oh, well, I might have just fucked myself there. That's okay. So same one, stamina regeneration's definitely what I would go with. Unfortunately, I don't have any soul gems. I forgot that I needed one, of course. Oh well. Excuse me. I guess we'll come back later. And then the last bit of business that we needed here was the jail, right? In my time of need. Maybe I asked Farengar where the prison was. Let's see. Talk to the Alakir prisoner. Is that really Dragon's Reach dungeon? Dragon's Reach dungeon, excuse me. Can't speak today. Here we go. Don't mind me, just your average adventurer going on adventuring business. Oh, just took a drink of water. I'm feeling particularly dehydrated today. I haven't been keeping up with my water. I did a Pilates class this morning. My God, let me tell you. If you're like me and you assume Pilates is going to be a cakewalk because you do other physical exercises, you might want to check that assumption at the door. Or at least maybe you're stronger or more flexible than me, but God, it is so difficult. Pilates. Looks like a nice cell in there. If that is a cell, looks more like a storeroom. Hello, I'm looking for the Alakir prisoner.
Tired, friend. The Bannered Mare has beds for rent.
Do I really look that tired? Maybe it's just written on my face. Should probably take off my face cover too. Just so I don't seem so inhospitable, you know what I mean? Now that's a cell. Oh, something down there. Hello? It's like a guard house? Like a little guard room?
Roriksted's a nice enough little hamlet, but a boring posting for a guard. If a dragon attacks, well, then it'd be a different story.
Jeez, these dragons. It's scary. Hello? Oh, that's the Alakir that we're looking for. Hey, guy.
What are you looking at?
I need to find Kamatu. Where is he hiding?
You have a death wish, then? If you know that name, you must know to meet him would be to meet your end. But it seems we both have needs, friend. Perhaps we can help each other out.
What is it that you need?
I have dishonored my brothers by being captured, and so they have left me here. My life with the Alakir is over now, but I have no wish to die in this god's forsaken land. If I can be released from prison, I may start over. See to that, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
How much to pay your fine?
100 gold will secure my release.
Ah.
You can afford that, can't you?
Honestly, I can.
I suppose you'd better hope you can, if you want the information. Get the money into the hands of one of these guards, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
All right.
All right, then.
All right, then. All right. I'm on it.
Yes?
I want to pay that prisoner's fine. This is a very personal thing
Convince him
for
to stay out
Rathan.
of the city while you're at it.
Trying to get to the bottom of this because there's a couple different things that could be going on here, a couple different plausible explanations, and both of them, frankly, would have pretty personal ramifications for Rathan, given that his, mother was originally run out of Tanith for similar reasons.
Find my way out of here, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Your fine's been paid.
Very well. Kamatu is west of Whiterun. It's an unassuming little cave called Swindler's Den. You realize if you set foot in there, you're never coming back out. They'll kill you, but that's your problem, not mine. Guard, my fine's been paid. Now set me free.
Sorry, my ears aren't so good. You say something?
I said my fine has been paid. Now let me out.
Right. Oh, look at that. I seem to have lost my keys. Might take me a while to find them. You just sit tight. I'll get around to it eventually.
Oops. Well, nothing we can do about that, and we got the information that we wanted. Now, Rathan knows here that the Alakir, he grew up around them. He knows how they operate. And I think he knows that if he even sets foot in this place, they're probably going to swing first and ask questions later. And he doesn't want to fight them, but if he needs to, I think he will. But I also think that he's shaking in his boots a little bit. The journey over here was probably the hardest thing he's done so far, and he managed it, but there's a big difference between that and fighting the Alakir warriors, who he knows from first-hand experience, having grown up around them, are some of the finest warriors in all of Tamriel. So he's a little... I mean, he's no slouch himself. He was trained, but as we've learned, there's a big difference between being trained in a controlled environment versus having to test your mettle out here in the real world where people are swinging to kill, you know? So the prospect of it, while enticing, while really enticing, frankly, because it might even lead him to some information about his mother or something about what happened. It's the closest thing he has to a personal lead thus far since arriving in Skyrim, kind of a boon in that way. While all of that is true, it is just such a daunting prospect to face off against them. Not even something he would like to do necessarily. Just like I mean, you guys get it at this point. So it's going to be an interesting thing. In fact, oh my gosh, we are at that time. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to call it right here. But we've got a lot on our plate. We've got a whole lot of different activities to do, all in Whiterun Hold. We're making a little trip to Rorikstead. At some point, we're going to head south to Riverwood. We've got bandits to fight potentially elsewhere. Probably not at Valtheim Towers without some backup, or at least a really sound plan and a lot of supplies. But between our errands and our collection tasks and our task for Carjo over here, we've got a lot on our plate and a lot to look forward to. So in between this episode and the next one, I'm going to go pick up the deliveries from Arcadia and from... Actually, you know what? Fine. Let's just do it. And that way I can round this episode out and we'll be ready to go and leave in the next episode. Because you don't really know what sort of fun things might happen talking to Adrienne and Arcadia. Probably nothing, but at least we get to meet them, right? Rathan gets to meet his local apothecary and his local blacksmith, who he has not actually met yet, but he saw her speaking to an Imperial representative of sorts. I think not the Battleborns or one of the two families. Someone important who was dressed in Imperial garb, who gave him a side eye for the armor that he's wearing. But I think it's obvious even to these people that this armor that I'm wearing is just weathered, and I'm clearly not part of a actual Stormcloak contingent. At least I think that's clear, and it's not illegal to wear their stuff, but I think I am getting the side eye from people that we're seeing, so maybe we want to get this off as quickly as possible, get a better set of armor, different set of armor. Yeah, so we're going to collect these tasks, or collect our thingies from Arcadia and go and meet Adrienne, and then we'll call it. How does that sound?
Got a pretty full stock of potions and alchemy reagents.
Is that so, Arcadia? I'm actually just here for your job posting. Whoops.
But do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that.
Fortunately not, at least I don't think so. I'm here for the delivery job you posted.
Of course.
Thank you. And nice haul. Would you like to share this loot with your followers? Yes. What have you got for sale?
Take a look.
Of course, Stenvar. I heard him say thanks in the background. So I'm going to look here. She's got healing poultices for days. They're a little pricey. Potion of Fortify Health. Pretty good stuff. Got some Restore Health potions, is always good to have. Shit, it's so hard to make money, isn't it? That's pretty much just our thing right there, our allowance. Maybe we'll have to up those rewards. Restore Health Crude, we got a couple of those, and honestly, this is nice to have as well. We got a little bit of money right now. This is what we can spend it on, right? But I do eventually want to save up for a horse.
If you need a remedy.
Thanks, Arcadia. We'll probably have to give some of those to Stenvar as well. Alright, one last stop, and then we'll call it. You guys are getting an extra long episode today. Hopefully that is amenable to you all. I don't know many people who would complain about extra content, but sometimes, if it's not the content you want to see, what good does it make? Or what difference does it make if it's longer, right? I hope you've been satisfied with this episode. I know it's not exactly the most action-packed, but I don't know, this is what role-playing is to me, you know? This is how it's all built to be. It's a lot slower, it's a lot more methodical. You gotta think carefully about all of your moves, and, oh, Miss Lady, are you cold? Maybe different armor ought to suit you. But this is, to me, a lot more realistic of how Rathan would move through this town, you know, and what he'd be doing, preparing for his adventures and stacking up work. What more does an adventurer like him do, right?
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Thanks, Adrienne. I'm just here for the delivery job you posted. Also,
of course.
Thank you for selling me the ingots. I really appreciate it. And I guess that's it.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Thank you, Adrienne. Everyone's been so friendly here in Whiterun. It's kind of a nice change of pace versus Windhelm. I think Whiterun, or rather, Rathan is already enjoying his time in Whiterun a lot more than any of the time he spent in Windhelm, with the exception of Sophie. She's the only soft spot in his heart for Windhelm. And of course, the plight of the Dark Elves, but that's not exactly a fun time, is it, to consider? Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys all for joining me, as always. In the next one, it seems like we've got an action-packed series of adventures lined up for us. So I really appreciate you spending your time and your day with me, and I will see you in the next one.